It began, as many mysteries do, in the depths of the internet. A friend shared a snippet of audio on our Discord server. It was short, barely 10 seconds. The melody was distorted, almost haunting. It was instantly captivating. What was this song? Who was the artist? The questions lingered, sparking an obsession that would consume me for months. The melody wormed its way into my brain. I hummed it constantly. I tried to recreate it on my keyboard. I even attempted to sing it, badly I might add, into various music identification apps. Nothing worked. The mystery deepened. My first instinct was to unleash the power of technology. I uploaded the audio clip to every music identification app I could find. Shazam, SoundHound, Google Assistant, you name it, I tried it. Their responses were disappointingly consistent, no results found. How could this be? Was this melody not indexed anywhere in their vast databases? I dove deeper into the rabbit hole of metadata. Perhaps the audio file itself held clues. I downloaded specialized software, hoping to unearth hidden tags or information. Again, I came up empty-handed. The file was as mysterious as the melody it contained. Frustration mounted. The more I searched, the more elusive the melody became. It was as if the tune was playing a cruel game of hide-and-seek, always just out of reach. I felt like I was chasing shadows, each one leading me further into a labyrinth of sound and silence. I resolved to take a more hands-on approach, no more passive listening or casual browsing. I needed to dive deep, to immerse myself in the world of music with a fervor I hadn't felt in years. I started by organizing my thoughts, jotting down every detail I could remember about the melody. I spent hours scouring online music forums, desperately seeking anyone who recognized the tune. I posted descriptions, hummed the melody into voice notes, and even tried to recreate it using music software. The responses were varied, but none hit the mark. Suggestions poured in, sending me on a wild goose chase across genres, from classical to electronic, jazz to heavy metal. Each recommendation was a new adventure, but none brought me closer to the truth. My inbox was flooded with messages, each one a potential clue, but also a potential dead end. Could it be obscure Icelandic folk music? The haunting, ethereal quality of some tracks seemed to match the elusive tune. I delved into the genre, listening to hours of music, hoping for a spark of recognition, or perhaps a lost demo tape from a 90s grunge band. The raw, unpolished sound of grunge had a certain appeal, a rough edge that seemed to echo the fragmented melody in my mind. I explored countless bands, each one a new possibility. Each lead seemed promising at first, only to fizzle out, leaving me more perplexed than before. The initial excitement of a new discovery quickly turned to disappointment as the melody remained just out of reach. It was a roller coaster of hope and despair. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The search became a part of my daily routine, a puzzle that I couldn't put down. Time seemed to blur as I lost myself in the quest, the melody becoming an obsession. The mystery of the distorted melody became a constant companion. It was there in the quiet moments, in the background of my thoughts, a persistent whisper that refused to be silenced. I found myself humming it absent-mindedly, the notes etched into my memory. It was always there, lurking in the back of my mind. Even in my dreams, the melody would weave its way through, a haunting refrain that I couldn't escape. It was as if the tune had become a part of me, a puzzle piece that I couldn't fit into place. I was determined to solve it, but the path forward remained shrouded in fog. Each step I took seemed to lead me further into the unknown, the melody a distant echo that I couldn't quite grasp. But I couldn't give up. The answer was out there, somewhere waiting to be found. One evening, seeking a distraction from my musical quest, I decided to watch an anime. The show, titled I'm Gonna Be an Angel, was a whimsical slice-of-life comedy. As I was enjoying the lighthearted antics of the characters, a particular scene caught my attention. The background music, a cheerful and upbeat melody, seemed oddly familiar. I rewound the scene several times, listening intently. Could it be? Was there a connection to the distorted melody that had haunted me for so long? The tempo was different, the instrumentation was more polished, but the core melody, it felt tantalizingly close. Section 5. Country Girl, A Blast from the Past. This track, buried deep within the archives of anime soundtracks, holds a special place in my heart. It's not just a song, it's a time capsule, a bridge to a simpler time. My heart raced as I frantically searched online for the anime's soundtrack. I remember the first time I heard it, the way it made me feel. It was like a forgotten memory suddenly resurfacing, demanding to be acknowledged. I found it on a Japanese music streaming site. The interface was all in Japanese, but that didn't deter me. I was on a mission, driven by nostalgia and a deep-seated need to reconnect with my past. As I scrolled through the track list, a particular title jumped out at me, Country Girl. It was like finding a needle in a haystack, but there it was, waiting for me to rediscover it. I clicked play, and a wave of recognition washed over me. This was it. The melody, the rhythm, everything was just as I remembered. It was like being reunited with an old friend after years apart. The melody, in all its glory, was no longer a mystery. It was a beautiful, haunting tune that had stayed with me all these years. Listening to it again was like stepping back in time. But how was this possible? How could a song from so long ago still have such a profound impact on me? It was as if the music had a life of its own, transcending time and space. The distorted clip I had found on Discord sounded nothing like this fully realized song. It was like comparing a rough sketch to a finished masterpiece. The difference was staggering. The arrangement was different, the instruments were clearer, and there were vocals. It was as if the song had been given a new lease on life, transformed into something even more beautiful than I remembered. It was the same melody but transformed, like a caterpillar emerging from its cocoon as a beautiful butterfly. The song had evolved just as I had over the years, and it was a reminder of how far I had come. Section 6. Coma. The common thread. Curiosity piqued, I dug deeper into the artists behind both the anime's theme song and Country Girl. To my surprise, they were one and the same, a Japanese band called Coma. Suddenly everything clicked into place. The distorted clip must have been an early demo or a work in progress, eventually evolving into the polished track featured in the anime. The pieces of the puzzle had finally fallen into place. The mystery that had consumed me for months was solved, and it was all thanks to a random anime and a band I had never even heard of before. Section 7. The ethereal melody, unmasked at last. The satisfaction of finally identifying the melody was immense. It was a journey that had taken me through countless hours of searching, listening and hoping. Each step of the way, I felt a mix of frustration and anticipation, knowing that the answer was just out of reach. The moment of revelation was like a burst of sunlight breaking through the clouds, illuminating everything in its path. I could hardly believe it when I finally found the song that had been haunting my thoughts for so long. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming, and I felt a deep sense of relief wash over me. It was like scratching an itch I couldn't reach for far too long. The elusive melody had been a constant presence in my mind, a nagging sensation that I couldn't quite shake. Every time I thought I was close to identifying it, it would slip away, leaving me more determined than ever to find it. The process was both maddening and exhilarating, a true test of my patience and perseverance. When I finally succeeded, it was as if a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. The itch was finally scratched, and the relief was indescribable. The experience served as a powerful reminder that even in the age of instant information and powerful search engines, some mysteries still require a bit of old-fashioned detective work, a dash of serendipity, and a healthy dose of perseverance. I had scoured the internet, consulted forums, and even reached out to music experts, but in the end, it was a chance encounter that led me to the answer. It was a humbling experience, reminding me that not everything can be solved with a quick search. Sometimes the journey itself is just as important as the destination. But most importantly, I was now able to enjoy the melody in its full glory. No longer was it a fragmented tune playing in the back of my mind, but a complete and beautiful piece of music that I could listen to whenever I wanted. The joy of finally being able to appreciate the song in its entirety was unparalleled. It was as if I had unlocked a hidden treasure and the reward was more than worth the effort. The melody that had once been a source of frustration had now become a source of immense joy and satisfaction. No longer a distorted enigma, Country Girl by Coma had become a testament to the thrill of the chase and the joy of discovery. The song that had once eluded me was now a cherished part of my music collection, a reminder of the journey I had undertaken to find it. Every time I listened to it, I was reminded of the persistence and determination it took to uncover its identity. It was a journey that had tested my resolve, but in the end, it was a journey that had been more than worth it. The melody was no longer just a song, it was a symbol of the power of perseverance and the joy of discovery. Section 8. The joy of the solved mystery. The experience left me with a profound sense of accomplishment. It was a testament to the power of curiosity and the allure of the unknown. It also highlighted the unexpected ways in which our interests can intersect and lead us down fascinating paths. Who would have thought that a random anime would hold the key to unraveling a musical mystery? The journey was just as important as the destination. The countless hours spent searching, exploring, and connecting the dots had enriched my understanding and appreciation for music. It had been a true adventure of the mind. Section 9. Join the Melody Experience Country Girl. Now, with the mystery solved, I invite you to experience the magic of Country Girl for yourself. Let the upbeat tempo and catchy melody transport you to a place of pure musical enjoyment. And who knows, maybe it will spark a new musical quest for you, leading you down your own rabbit hole of sonic discovery. Happy listening.